This is the software you'll be using. It's called Lego Mindstorms iNXT. The first thing you're going to do is name your file. Now obviously you want to name other than Untitled1. So for my purposes, I'm going to name it Intro, since this lesson is an introduction to iNXT software. So the next thing you do is click the Go button to go inside the file. So this is the file in the inside. This area over here is called the workspace. That's where you put your code. And these are the blocks. These are what make up your code. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is how to put these blocks onto this area. So you click and you drag and drop it. So click and drop. Click and drop. There you go. So if you notice over here, I've selected this block and you can see the details under it. So if you select and make sure that the blue highlight is around it, you can see the details under. Another thing you should know is how to delete objects. To delete, you just select it and then you click the delete or backspace button, either one. There you go. And to delete more than one, you just shade how many you want to get deleted and you click delete or backspace again. And there you go. So another thing you can do is put blocks in between other blocks. So how do you do that? Well, if you notice when I clicked on this, you can see this white shadow under it. That tells you where it can go. So if I want to put it in between these two over here, I would make sure that the white shadow under it is inside or in between them, and it'll let me put it there. So in between, just make sure the white shadow is there, and there you go. So there are some special blocks that require other blocks, like these ones over here, to go into them. So for example, this is one of them. For this block, you need to put other blocks in them, like I said. So how do you put them in? Well, again, you just make sure that the white shadow goes in. There it is. It opens up for you. And there you go, it's in. So notice that when I click over here, there's again details. But more than that, when I delete, the entire stuff inside of it also gets deleted. Please make a note of that when you try and delete stuff. Another thing is, if you ever get confused with your code, you can always use comments to help clear your thinking. So to comment, you simply double click wherever you want the comment and write your comment. In my case, I'm going to write, "Pigs can fly," as my comment. Now that we've learned how to move around our blocks and how to comment, it's time for us to make our first ever program. So the first thing I'm going to do is delete what we've done so far, so that we can start on a blank slate to add our new program. So our program is just going to be a very straightforward forward and backwards. So this is forward and this is backwards. I won't bother you with the details right now. And there you go. Now that you've finished creating your program, it's time to run it on the robot. But how do you get it from the computer to the robot? With this USB cable. This cable has two ends. One that's rectangular and the other one that's a square. The rectangular side goes into the computer, while the square side goes into the robot. Now I'm going to connect it from the computer to the robot. After connecting a cable from the computer to the robot, you need to turn on the robot. Like this. Once your robot is turned on, click this button over here to download your program. Remember to pull out the wire from the robot. Remember to pull out the wire from the robot. Now I will show you how to run your program on the robot. The first thing you do is click on My Files. To click, you use this orange button. Next, you click on Software Files. Finally, you click on the title of your program. In this case, it's Intro. If you can't find your program, click on the right or left button to find it. Once you have your program, you select it and then click Run. Now it's time to review what we've learned in this lesson. We've learned how to name our files, how to drag blocks, how to put blocks in between other blocks, how to delete blocks, how to comment, and how to download programs from the computer to the robot. This has been Divya of your Panani, and I'll see you next time.